Mr. Prentice, the Canadian oil sands are a controversial source of hydrocarbons, and yet they're one of the most long-term, long-lived sources of North America. Do you ever see an accommodation between the environmentalists and the producers, and how do you see that coming about?
Well, certainly the oil sands are one of the world's largest investable resources of hydrocarbons. They're an essential part of the supply-demand balance in the world as we go forward, and they will certainly be developed, and they'll be developed in an environmentally responsible way. I think that the oil sands producers at this point have a very positive environmental record. I mean, there's been significant progress made on every front, and you'll continue to see those kinds of improvements. The sorts of oil that are being produced from the oil sands at this point are analogous to other heavy oil projects that you see elsewhere in the world.
And how are we going to get those to market? We've had such opposition to the Keystone XL project in some areas. And not just on bits and pieces. We understand the real objective is to stop the whole project. But there must be other alternatives. How is that oil going to get to market?
Well, to be sure, we need pipelines in every direction. We need pipelines in Canada from Western Canada through to Eastern Canada so that we increase Canadian domestic consumption. We need pipelines into the United States to fuel continental demand. And Canada clearly has to develop pipeline capacity out to the West Coast because all of the incremental demand is really in the Asia-Pacific basin. And so those projects are underway. They'll take time to build out, but I anticipate that will happen.
Is that going to impede Canada's economy in any way because of the delays in the pipeline?
Well, these are extremely important projects. The infrastructure that Canada needs to essentially pivot from being a continental oil producer to a global supplier. These projects are extremely important. They will take time to build out, and certainly by the time of 2020, I'm hopeful that we will see West Coast access in Canada and certainly improvements on the continental system as well.